Baby time, bitches.
She's looking at me like I'm crazy.
You are crazy.
I shouldn't put that headphone. It's that
Hello.
Yo.
It is Jay back with the podcast, and with me today, as usual, I have Mars
Hello.
and Physius.
Yo, and special guest.
Oh yeah, and we have Renna with us today, but I didn't mic her up because I feel like that would be rude. I can mic her up. I can add a microphone for her.
The only noises she ever makes is
And she can do that into your microphone.
Exactly.
Welcome back, because I'm muted enough anyway.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the podcast. I'm trying to find a good way to have this microphone at the moment. It's just not working.
I'm trying a way not to get tangled.
We have physical video going. Unless I don't post this physical video, then we don't have physical video going, and you're crazy.
You're
You didn't hear
crazy.
that.
We didn't say we have physical video. We say we have Vigigio Skivigio.
Vigigio.
For
I love
Skivio.
my Vigivio.
For
I'm going to move my microphone stand. I should have done this before, but that's okay. You guys take the conversation. Oh yeah, what we're doing today is we're literally just talking random stories and doing random shit, like whatever.
We're just having a fun podcast before we go back to the shithole
Before
we
before you guys go back to school, I only have to go to school one day a week, and it's not even school; it's TAFE.
I'm
you.
only going to school 3 days a week. SBAT.
Elaborate on that one. Yep.
SBAT. I'll be going to TAFE one day and work another.
Oh, sick.
So I only go 3 days.
What days are you gone? Do you know? Yet?
I don't know yet. I have to check with the careers teacher when I get back to school.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because
I'm currently
all I
holding
know
my
is I'm doing it. I don't know when. We still have to organise that.
Yeah. Dude, the last podcast episode we recorded, I almost died like 3 times. I almost got hit by an ambulance on my way walking here.
Ironic.
So, yeah, I know. I was thinking they're like, fuck. And then
Hey, at least it will be a quick reaction. It'll be
yeah, just immediate
help.
There we go. That's better. I like that better. Okay. And then
Don't look at me like that.
the microphone fell on me, and it tried to smite me, and then Skittles almost tried to kill me.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, Skittles was trying to kill you while Skittles was sending me snaps about how they love me and miss me.
Yeah, I know. It's because you're their favourite.
I am.
Hope you're listening.
If you ask them, they don't have favourites, but I know I'm the favourite. Do you want your dead skin?
We went through that in the last episode. Watch the last episode, episode 5.
Do you want
This
your
is
dead
episode
skin?
6.
Do you want your dead skin? I'm not
No, thank
feeding
you.
my child her dead skin.
I've got a camera on you. Oh, of course, because that's going to work. Anyway.
It's okay. She's trying to fall asleep at the moment and we're disturbing her.
I have a bunch of Reddit stories, crap for us to read, that I went through and definitely did not save last minute. And then I had total of one person send me a story to share with the class.
Yeah.
Unless Ace sent me one and I've completely forgotten. No, I don't think they did.
It's
I don't
okay. We'll have our stories.
Yeah, because we're creative. Speaking of creative, I have a ukulele.
Ukulele.
Freshly tuned. By freshly tuned, I mean
Jump
like
scare.
last week. Oh no, it was I tuned it on the live. Speaking of the live, follow the TikTok, qtt.podcast,
Hotata.
and follow the Instagram, which is...
Stop fucking the lounge.
It's not
I'm
Stop
try-
Fucking the
I'm-
Lounge,
I'm-
it's
I'm trying to get comfortable.
queer_teens_talks, I think.
Don't ask me. The amount of times I had to go back and double check my own URL so I could add it to my other accounts.
Fair. I will be tagging it in YouTube, so if you're watching on YouTube, just look in the description. If you're listening on Spotify, we hate you and die.
I listen on Spotify.
No, okay, if you're listening on Spotify, I want you to open up a separate browser currently and watch on YouTube as well, because YouTube rates are just shit at the moment. Whereas Spotify's really good. Like, I've got 3K impressions on
Yay.
Spotify for the last 30 days, so it's pretty good. But if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and like the video so we can share it to more people.
Like and
Did you really
subscribe.
just sneeze during my advert? You bitch.
During Pride Month?
Oh, yeah, during Pride Month.
It's not Pride.
You haven't heard the new podcast yet because I haven't released it because I'm a week ahead of these bitches. Maybe even 2 by the end of this recording or by the end of the next recording.
You're ahead of schedule, period.
Yeah. But I'm not. I haven't edited
I'm
yet.
on my period.
I'm not. Thanks.
We aren't in sync yet.
Damn. No,
You'd
me
think
and Abby
after
are
a
in
year
sync.
and a half.
Anyway. Oh, hey, it took me and Abby like 13 years. So
Yeah, but also you started yours before Abby.
exactly.
So it took time for Abby to get hers.
At the ripe age of 9.
Haha, I beat you. I got mine at 8. I got
Skill issue.
mine on Easter wearing a white dress.
Damn, I got mine after watching a movie, like in the cinemas.
Oh, shit.
Well, like technically it was during the cinema, but whatever. Anyway,
We aren't sampling energy
Wow,
drinks.
you guys suck. I'm actually trying to cut out caffeine. Give it over. No, I'm not trying to cut it out. It's just
It's
it makes me very
watermelon
shaky.
kiwi.
I like that.
I don't know.
We-
I found it at the servo next
We
to
aren't
the Porto I
sponsored.
went to.
We aren't
Yeah, it's
sponsored.
not terrible. Yeah, very sugary for something that claims to have no sugar.
Do we want good news?
Yes.
I'm getting my industrial later this week. So
What's an industrial?
it's
It's
the piercing I was going to get last year, but the place that I went to get it done told me that I wasn't allowed to get it till I was 16.
The only piercings I've ever gotten are the ones on my ears, and I've pierced them myself most of the time. So let's ignore this.
I got a message from my brother today after he replied to my story. He was just like, your piercing looks weird. I was like, what do you mean? He's got the nose ring shaped like a star.
It's very, like, bulky. Like, it took me a minute to figure out what it was when I was watching TikTok. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's a star.
They texted me going, "Oh, I've got an idea. Do you still have the star jewelry thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
That's why it's not turning properly. Sorry. Yes.
Can you come over to my house tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah. I decided I wanted it in my nose.
That's fair.
And then it looks a little strange, but I think that's because people aren't used, to seeing a piercing that big on on the side of your nose. Septums, you see like huge ones all the time. But
That was loud.
that was loud. You sounded like a cowboy in a bar. Just
Give me another. I was going to say something after that, but I feel like it's not appropriate. I'm wearing my fuck socks.
Say it.
No. I'm going to get cancelled.
Rude.
I'm
Can't
wearing
afford
my
to get
stalker
cancelled.
socks.
You're already cancelled.
I'm wearing.
Oh, yeah, from last time. I am cancelled, I think. No, technically I'm not cancelled yet. It's still got like another few days till I'm cancelled. Fuck, I've got to edit. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I'm wearing my stalker socks.
Interesting.
I'm wearing my extra 4 pairs of eyes.
I'm wearing fuck socks. I'm wearing the trackies I've been wearing for the last like 2 weeks. I need to get outside and touch grass. And I'm also wearing the same jumper I've been wearing for about a week.
I'm wearing ankle socks we got from
Fizz is looking at me like I'm the most disgusting human.
That's because you are.
Okay, but
I can't wear clothes for longer than 5 hours at a time
I
before
haven't
feeling like I
left-
need to crawl out of my skin.
I haven't left my
socks.
house other than going to Coles though. So it's like not that bad.
Yeah, but like...
And to be fair,
When
most of the time when I'm in my own house, I'm not even wearing clothes.
but like
I'm wearing just like a bra.
Yeah, but
Please don't picture that.
I can feel...
I'm not even wearing a binder today.
I can
Oh,
feel
fuck, that's
my
descriptive.
insides crawling at the idea of wearing clothes for longer than a school day.
What about your
Yeah.
pajamas?
My pajamas, I change. I go, I
Still.
shower, and I
Okay,
put those
but,
pajamas
like-
on after I shower. I need to take them off, otherwise I'm going to rip my skin off.
To be fair, I was
They're
wearing a pair of
dirty.
shorts for a bit as well, like other than these.
But your
So I've
pajamas were
worn
dirty.
different stuff.
You re-wore your pajamas, your dirty
Yeah,
pajamas.
I wear my pajamas 2 days in a row.
I wear my pajamas. I don't. I'm usually naked when I sleep. Except okay.
fair.
Most of the time I am, but
I-
it's been like really cold in my house.
Well, it's been really cold in my house, and I've only got one blanket, but I just put up with it because I hate the feeling of wearing clothes in bed. Which is why I don't mind wearing things like this just around. all
I
the
don't
time.
like wearing tops in bed.
I never wear tops in bed. Sometimes I'll wear shorts. That's like the closest I'll get to bottoms.
I don't
in bed.
Yeah.
I don't wear pants in bed because I can feel
Yeah,
all
but
of it.
then my thighs touch. And I don't like that because I can feel it.
Chuck a blanket between. Like, not necessarily
I usually
full blanket,
wrap my
just-
legs around a pillow.
Fold the blanket.
I
put my
usually
hands
do,
there.
but I still know that it's there.
I put my hands there when they're cold.
Why don't we all just pull a Renna and sleep on our kaleidoscopes? She's been sleeping on her kaleidoscope for the last 3 days.
I don't have a kaleidoscope.
I don't have a kaleidoscope either.
I had a kaleidoscope when I was a kid.
But, like, I put my-
the sparkly colour thing.
The sparkling colour thing.
The sparkly colour thing. Oh.
We don't have strap-ons.
Hunter bought me a strap-on for my birthday last year.
Bought you favorites.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh, is this a strap-on?" when it was still like in the wrapping paper in the box, and he goes, "Huh?" And I went, "Thank you, Hunter, for getting me a strap-on."
No,
I've always wanted one.
Renna has a kaleidoscope in her enclosure because sometimes she'll look in it and then she'll sit there and go, "Oh my god, there's
I
colours."
haven't seen like a wild kaleidoscope in just a regular shop in ages.
Neither
like
have I.
I've seen them in
They're
op
going
shops.
out of fashion.
I've seen them in op shops, and I've seen them in like
I need to buy another grown tube.
in like
No, you
people's
don't. Look, my baby's trying to sleep and you guys are here moaning at each
I
other.
can give her a pair of headphones.
Okay. Her head is smaller than yours.
Yeah, she can fit inside of the headphones though.
She probably could.
I won't plug them in though. I won't
Don't plug them in.
I don't want to kill her.
No, don't kill my baby. It's her. She's only 2.
You spin
She's so old.
Oh my god, that's
my
because I edited for the last 2 videos, right? So my brain, all I can think of at the moment is you spin me right round, because it's been like the last 2 recordings that we've posted.
Can we sing happy birthday before we get onto the stories?
Yeah, it's Ray's birthday. Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday.
Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday.
Happy birthday, dear
Happy
Rayna.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
I'm going to
Happy
post that one to the
birthday.
Instagram reels.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, she's 2. She's a big girl now.
I'm good at this.
I'll mute you.
Don't mute me.
Don't test me.
Don't mute me.
Also, for the end of the video, I have birthday strawberries for her.
Oh.
She loves strawberries, but she can't have them all the time, so it's acting as birthday cake in this particular scenario.
Looking at the camera right now,
It's like chocolate.
I know how much I'm going to hate editing myself later because of the way I'm sitting. There's just my head and my foot. Like, it's going to suck to try and get the actual
You're
bullet.
just going
I
to
can
have
make
to
it worse.
censor your crotch.
Well, no, I don't mind people seeing my crotch. My feet, I draw the line in, but my crotch is
Yeah,
fine.
but your feet are covered.
But it's the issue of my head being so small that I'm going to have to crop just a picture of my head. Hold on. We're going to sit up. Oh, fuck.
I feel bad because Renna's swing is covering Mars.
That's fine. I can edit that. That's fine.
No, you can't.
Well, I can't edit that.
I'm
That's
going
a
to
little
kill
annoying.
myself.
No, mandatory
that energy drink. You
reporters could
suck.
be listening.
That's fine.
You guys suck. You got me addicted to energy drinks again.
Why'd you do that?
I didn't mean to.
You're not addicted. You just like drinking it every day.
Those ones are nice. To be fair, this is the first energy drink I've had since the last recording,
No,
which is pretty good.
Mum mentioned the other day, she's just like, I don't like that you guys drink Monster. And I'm like, Mum, I drink it when other people buy it for me.
Yeah.
I
Like,
never buy it by myself. I am a social drinker.
I don't have much. Like, I've stopped drinking. Like, I used to drink energy drinks every single day. Like, I drink probably a 4-pack in a day, and then that
I
was it.
remember during COVID, I would buy
I used to
like...
collect the cans.
I used to do that
They
too.
still collect the tabs.
No, they used to collect the whole cans though, and they'd keep them like in their room. I'd be
Can
like,
you
"What
imagine
are
a wall of
those?"
Monster cans?
That's pretty much what they had.
I used to go to Costco, buy one of those huge packs of Monster,
I hate
drink like 5 or 10 every day.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep for like a couple weeks.
Do you have a heart still? Or has it exploded?
Oh, actually, speaking of hearts, I was having chest
sure.
pains before I walked here this morning.
I've had chest pains for the last 3 days.
I had them before. I had them yesterday slightly, but not too bad. And then I had
I
them this
always
morning, I was
have chest
fuck,
pains.
It's fine. I got to record.
I always have chest
I had
pains.
chest pain, I think it was Friday night
Yeah.
or Saturday night. I was laying in bed ready to go to sleep, and then I shot bolt upright. after taking in a big deep breath, and I felt pain in my boob, in my rib,
Yeah.
and in my back. And I went running into Mum, and I'm like, Mum, it's back. And she's like, well, that took a while.
Yeah.
If you don't know, I have chronic chest pain. I get it like all the time, and then sometimes it'll just appear out of nowhere. So, yeah.
La 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 la.
La 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 la. Elmo's world. Elmo's world.
I copyright. Did you? I have a fact. You know how we sang Happy Birthday? Yeah. Did you know that the Disney company actually owns the original song Happy Birthday, which is why whenever you go somewhere like a restaurant or something and they sing it for you, they have to sing like a different personal version.
You know their statute of limitations has actually run out on that now? Their statute of limitations has run out on that, so we can use it all we want on anything.
Yeah, I know.
The Happy Birthday song.
But
Same as Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse, but the original one, not the new one.
But public companies like, for example, Macca's, they aren't allowed to use it. They aren't allowed to use it. If they want to sing you Happy Birthday, they have to use their own Macca's version.
Yeah.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
No, that just reminds me.
You're gonna die quicker. Rest in peace.
No,
Bitch.
the other day Abby had mates over.
Day to talk
and-
about death.
Abby asked if one of her mates could have some of my apple juice. I said, yeah, she wants to die early. And then when she took her first sip of it, I said, just know that you're going to die 5 years earlier now. Abby goes, well, she was supposed to die like in 5 years. So she'll drop dead right now.
I'm dead right now. You can't see me. I'm just I'm
Celestial
a
being.
hallucination.
Good job, buddy.
My fucking fire alarm woke me up this morning, like my smoke alarm. It was...
Have you been doing drugs in your room again?
No, it was like the really old one that's in the lounge room. It went off and it was just chirping. Like it was going beep, 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 beep. No, it would stop for like 2 minutes. So I thought it was crazy.
That means the battery's
Yeah, the battery's
running
dead.
out.
So what I did, right, I got Dad to rip it off the roof for me. And then he ripped the whole thing out as well. I just took the battery out, threw the battery in
I
the
thought
bin.
you were
and
going to
then,
say he ripped like a part of the roof off.
No.
He just, oh, fuck.
No, but he ripped the whole thing off, so I just took the battery out, threw it all in the bin. Because we have another one that is like pretty much right next to it. It's brand new. It's Google branded, so it's like smart shit, right? So
Google
it's
smoke alarm.
yeah, it actually works pretty well. It has a carbon detector as well.
I've never
But-
heard of a Google
I'm here.
Well, we got it last year, and it works pretty well. But he ripped it off the roof for me, and I just threw it out. I was like, "Fuck you!" And then I tried to go back to bed, and I couldn't. So I've been up since about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Rip it off the roof and it keeps.
But I thought
still
I was
keeps beeping.
I was certain I was going crazy when I first heard it because I was like, okay, it's probably just me, whatever. I turned my video back on, and then I hear it again. And I was like,
It just
what the fuck is that? Beep.
I want to start with a funny story.
Yeah.
Right? So the other day, I was coming home from Therapy
Yeah.
with my pop, and I had just stopped at the pet shop to get Renna some food and some sand because I wanted to redo her enclosure, right?
Screw all of you. I have an addiction now. By the end of
He's
this
fallen off the
episode-
wagon.
By the end of this episode, I'll be over my addiction.
you're putting in your fucking glass. What the fuck? My drink.
My drink.
That's
and-
all I'm going to have for the rest of this episode.
I
luck.
walk in, I have the sandbag over my shoulder. I go in to say hi to Mum while she's working. She looks at me and she physically deflates in her chair and just, she's already on a call. She takes her headphones off, looks at me and goes, "Don't let your sister see that, or we'll have a sandcastle for a house." I've gone, "Oh, it'll be fine. Like, she's at Nan and Pop's. Like, she'll come home and she won't even notice." I go and I change out Renna's enclosure, which, by the way, she decided that once I put the fresh sand in, it was the perfect place to go and do her shit for the day.
Yeah. Although, when you have sand, it's a lot easier to clean up shit.
It's a lot easier to even tell that she's shat because
Yeah.
before it would just blend in with the bark. But when it's fresh sand that I just laid down, and she goes and shits on it whilst I'm trying to pour the rest in. Annoying.
They do it to mark their territory to
I
make sure
know.
it's still there. Same as licking around the enclosure. She'll do that for a bit when you take her out.
I
Move shit around.
live here. Don't.
Well,
My
it's
house.
more just the tongue, like the licking. It's just to figure out if it actually is theirs.
Yeah.
So Thor does it all the time.
But Amara comes home and I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh, hi, honey. You want to come say hi to Renna? She's come around and she's saying hi and she looks in and she realizes, hang on, this isn't the same as it was. This is different.
What happened?
So I opened the enclosure. I said, give Renna a little pet to say good afternoon. And instead of petting Renna, she picks up a handful of sand, looks at me, looks at her hand, goes,
The Monster tastes different when it's
that's
not in
not
the...
Monster.
Oh, the energy drink. I'm used to Monster being energy drink. The energy drink tastes different when it's not in the can. Like, it tastes worse.
It really does.
It tastes
Yeah.
worse when it's out of the can, which
Yeah,
is actually kind of good to break my addiction.
That's because the metal, like, mixes with it whilst it's in the can.
Dude, fucking, speaking of energy drink tasting like metal, fucking Red Bull. Like, I hope they don't try to
Aluminum.
sponsor me one
Red
day.
Bull tastes like shit.
It tastes like aluminum.
I don't mind the taste of it. It's just, it has, like, it tastes like ground up fucking metal in it.
yeah.
It tastes like... This is speaking from experience. I have licked aluminum foil before.
I've licked a battery multiple times.
I've licked...
Yummy.
I've tried to swallow one of those fucking batteries.
I've licked aluminum before. It tastes like aluminum. No matter what
Aluminum
brand-
tastes like aluminum?
No. Energy drinks. Red Bull tastes like aluminum.
I don't know how to feel about the taste of that.
Red Bull tastes
gonna
like
finish that.
aluminum. Like, no other way to describe it. You take a sip and you're like, oh, this is fine. And then you just get hit with the foil.
Yeah.
Foil. Nom, nom, nom.
You would like foil.
I'm so fucking tired.
Then go to sleep,
to
obviously.
eat.
Let us
Go to
let us
eat.
run the
Go to
podcast.
eat, it's a bad
Yeah, these guys
day.
are taking over for today. I'm just gonna like sleep. Just let me know when it gets to like 45 minutes. Which I want to try and aim to get this one probably closer to 50 minutes. Just because if we go over that, then it's paying me us try and transfer to my laptop.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I've also got that.
She's
that's-
looking at me like I'm...
I'm gonna burp.
Do it.
What did I do?
In the mic.
Why are you looking at me like this?
Wow, that was a pussy burp.
You're
I didn't
a
even
pussy.
hear it.
Last time I like the.
She's on the move. She's licking the swing.
my face
Okay,
is
let's
hot.
start on the stories.
Yeah, okay, so I'll start off with this one. So from my viewers, or viewer, singular. I'm not going to use names just so I keep privacy and whatever. So this story was about a week ago. So my nan and I were... Fuck me, I've already fucked it. So my nan and I were making a 7-hour trip to Byron Bay to visit my uncle and cousin. We were 6 hours in and we were sitting in traffic at Coffs. My nan looks at me and says, I wonder if the dolphin park is still around here. So I look her dead in the eyes and say, what's a dolphin? In a stupid, dopey voice. I immediately crack up, realizing what I had said. That was a week ago.
Oh, God, man.
No, I was sitting with Mum in the front yard yesterday, with Mars. Mars was with us. And I said to Mum, I was just like, I want to get a matching tattoo with you. And she's gone, why would you do that? I'm like, well, because you're my mum and I love you. And she's like, yeah, but I have too many kids for that. Mars and I are like, you have an entire free arm. Just get one for each of us all the way down. And Mars is sitting there like, well, this is my
Hey,
eldest,
no.
and this is my middle,
Instead
and this
of
is my
getting-
youngest. This one I found on the street. This one my daughter brought home as a stray. These ones just randomly showed up at our front door, and this one I don't even remember who it's from.
Instead of getting like matching tattoos with parents, I think we should normalize giving our parents tattoos.
Oh, that's what Mars was planning to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just buy a tattoo gun off Amazon. They're like $20.
They're too cheap. Too cheap,
What if I
considering the long-lasting effects.
What if I just buy some shitty one off
We have two
Temu?
people looking in our window currently. Oh, they're gone.
Oh,
We-
God.
Oh, they're back.
Tattoo
They're back.
gun. Super cheap.
I'm not spinning my child.
You
in
can
circles.
come in. We're recording, though. We're recording here, too. Just keep in mind.
This is her swing. It doesn't get dizzy. Sometimes, but she also spins herself in circles, so I think she's used to it. Like when,
She's
like a little bit
a bit
crazy.
special.
Like when I put the new sand in her enclosure after she decided to take a big shit on it, she
As you do.
realized that she could sink into it and she just started spinning in circles and spraying it around. Before I put all of her logs in there that don't give her the room to do that anymore. But she does like circles.
I feel like both of our lizards are autistic.
Oh yeah, they take after their parents.
Mine's
Do you want a
the
dead
type
cricket?
of tism that doesn't. I've got a live one. Do you want a live cricket?
No.
It's at home.
I'm not allowed to have live
Yeah, that's 'cause you
creatures
rent. Imagine.
because I rent, but
No,
I am
okay.
allowed to have freeze-dried creatures.
We rented for ages, and we had like a giant tub of like live crickets, and we were breeding live crickets at the time.
Oh, I remember you
Ow.
telling me
Sex.
that.
They're fucking like I don't know how the owners never found out, but if they do listen to this, I'm very honestly it's kind of funny, so I'm not sorry at all. It's not like you can try and kick me out of my house. I own it, bitch.
You want to know the funny?
on a mortgage,
you
but-
want to know the funny thing about having freeze-dried insects in my room now? Not only is Amara terrified of them, but Nana's terrified of them. So whenever either
Nan's
of the
terrified of Rena.
Nana's terrified of
Yeah,
them.
true.
Whenever either of them come over, if I am pissed, I will just grab a handful of crickets that I could give to Rena, or like a handful of mealworms, and I'll just be like, "Hey, can you feed Rena with me?" And the both of them will just jump back like I'm trying to hand them
It's
poison.
like, no, fuck you. I'd rather not.
Well, considering that Amara's eaten sand straight out of Rena's enclosure, like, I don't think she should be that fussed about a cricket.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like she
whenever
gets
she-
it from Nan.
Whenever she finds
Right.
dead crickets in our bathroom, because crickets die in our bathroom all the time. We don't know why. It's only in our bathroom.
They happen it happens in my house too. I think they go into the bathroom because it's colder,
Probably.
and then they just die because they're dumb.
But whenever Amara goes in there and there's a dead cricket,
If there's any scientists listening, tell us why, please.
yeah, if there's a dead cricket, she screams her head off, refuses to enter the bathroom until I come out with it in my hand or in a paper towel and show
it's like,
her.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, it's dead.
And even
I'm
then, she
fine.
freaks out about the fact that I'm holding it. So, yeah, it's just a vicious cycle of,
man.
I don't like
I,
crickets.
I accidentally have a bunch of gay stories. I didn't mean to do
Ooh.
this. I meant to kind of just like have them, and then I found a bunch of gay ones. So we're gonna read them out now. Oh fuck, that is very small writing. I'm gonna have to move. I'm too blind for this shit. All right. I feel like this one people have heard before because I seen it, heard it, and I was like, oh wait, I've heard this one on TikTok, and then I saved it.
On the tiki-toki.
So this is on Reddit, by the way. This is not my story at all.
Yeah.
Context. Okay, hold on. Here's the title. We had a communal house dildo.
Interesting.
It sounds like our house when we all grow up.
It just,
Pretty much.
oh, it's your go
The
now.
only person that wouldn't use it is this one.
My dildos are my dildos. They're not yours.
Sparkles are sparkles.
Please
Hun-
let
Hunter
none of
would-
my family hear this.
No,
Oh, my
Hunter
mum
would-
listens. My mum
Hunter-
Oh, no, that's different. That's different.
Hunter wouldn't either.
Mum's heard me, right? Mum's heard the weird shit I say, but please do not let my grandmother hear this.
No, my fucking stepsister
I
is
would
going
get
to listen
whacked.
to this. My
That's fine.
stepsister's going to listen
All
to
right.
this. My stepmom is going to listen to this.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't think I'll ever have to meet your stepmom, so it's all good.
But she's awesome.
Yeah, but I don't think I'll ever have to meet her.
I will
All right.
force you to meet her. She's lovely.
We had a communal house dildo. Context. I once lived in a house with 6 other people. Cheap rent, good roommates. We had parties every weekend with 50 plus people. Life was good.
Damn.
A buddy of ours was very homophobic. His parents said
I
they
thought you were
would-
going to say very homosexual. I was like, so are we.
Just
Like,
highly homosexual.
and then in brackets, his parents said they would disown him if he was gay. One of the guys in the house
So did mine.
who knew him best bought a pink suction cup, glow-in-the-dark dildo.
Ooh, interesting.
Good news, we eventually got him desensitized to the point where he accepted that gay people aren't scary. Hashtag small victories.
I love the fact that it was pink.
No, I just love how they described it.
Pink suction cap dildo.
The idea was to...
Why are you do not be disappointed in me. I'm not the one with the dildo.
No, what I do is
Not
just
yet.
stick
Go
it in
to
my
sleep.
room.
Hey,
Boing,
I'm going to be
boing.
taking ideas from this story if you don't shut up. Actually, I'm going to do it regardless. Sounds funny.
Call the police.
Even better, I'll steal it from school.
No,
we-
those ones are too little.
We thought it The idea was to stick it to the front of his truck. He would either have to touch it to get it off or leave it, at which point we would laugh at him. We thought it was funny, but it never happened because he moved a couple days after it was bought. He moved a couple days after it was bought. So ultimately we had it around the house and would fuck with each other, fall asleep on the couch, you get pic taken with a dildo in your mouth. We sanitized it regularly.
Good.
It sounds like bullshit.
I don't want the end of this story to be, so one of them had chlamydia and didn't tell the rest of us.
I accidentally got pregnant.
Well, they never used it.
I accidentally got pregnant from the communal dildo.
You can get oral sexually transmitted infections.
We stuck it to the wall and hung Christmas decorations on it. We hid it in the cupboards, place it just right, so if you open the cupboard, it would fall out on you. We all got pretty good at throwing it at the wall and getting it to stick. Some kids had Elf on a shelf. We had Pink Dink in the scene.
Don't call it that.
We had rotating roommates as some people started moving out and starting their life after college. Until I was last to leave. I left it in the shower.
Thing that came to mind. There's dicks on the walls. Oh, now that's fucking hilarious.
I left it in the shower the last day I moved out with a note. This is Pink Dink. He may be small, but he can bring so much joy to the world if you use him properly. The landlord wouldn't answer my text after that. I assume he was embarrassed by what the new tenants found.
Oh my god!
I wouldn't respond either. I'd go,
amazing.
The fuck is
amazing?
This?
See, this is the quality of stories I've got for us for today.
It would be 20 times funnier if somebody used it and didn't tell anybody else.
Oh no!
And then one day someone came
Why
home.
is it wet?
Someone came home and picked it up, and it smelt a little funny, and they were like, "Huh." Who used it? Who used Pink Dickie?
This one's a bit of a shorter one, and it's just a screenshot from Facebook. They've blanked out who the person was, otherwise I'd credit them, but which, to be fair, is kind of funny. If you ever get murdered, just know I shit-talked until the bitter end. So that's the Facebook post. And then in the comments, funny story, I once got my car blocked off as the driver got out of his car and pulled a gun on me. Apparently, my fight or flight instinct is to call the person holding me at gunpoint a fucking idiot. A few hours later, when the adrenaline wore off, all I could think was I would have shot my ass too.
No. Okay. Do you want to know what my plan is if I ever get jumped by somebody?
Yeah.
Act like I'm into it. Because do you know how scary it would be to be choking somebody, planning on killing them, and they just sit there like, oh, harder.
If Amanda was still abusing me to this point, I would have done the same thing with her. To be fair, I probably would have been into it, my horny ass. Like, genuinely.
I have a funny story. You ready? Today, a guy in my class just told everyone that he's gay and wanted everybody to know because that's who he is. My teacher nodded and told us if we had any other personal news to share, we should do it now. And this really quiet kid stood up and announced he was sexually attracted to owls and then sat down.
Fair.
We aren't allowed to share personal stories in class anymore.
Here's another one that you probably would have heard from TikTok as well. Had either of you heard that one on TikTok, or am I just on that side?
I've heard that one, but I think I heard it like years ago.
Yeah, like I heard this one ages ago.
I might have.
This one has been around for a while, so this one here.
Yeah.
Dad's bragging about their sons, but they're actually gay. So 4 men are talking about how successful their sons are. So the first said, my son owns a car dealership, and he just gave his friend a Ferrari. The second man...
I've heard this one.
The second man said, my son owns an airline, and he just gave his friend a private jet. The third said, my son owns a kingdom, and he just gave his friend a castle. And then they get to the fourth man, how's
your son doing? Oh, it's great.
I can't talk today. What the fuck?
He just got a castle, a Ferrari, and a private jet from his boyfriends.
Then they get to the fourth man, if his son was rich, and he said, actually, no, he's gay, and he gets stuff from his boyfriends. The three then asked if he was ashamed of his son, and he said, no, actually, he just got a free Ferrari, private jet, and a castle from his boyfriends.
Yeah.
I want to be the person's son that got
You would. You are polyamorous, but I feel
I feel like I've been thinking about it, like, if I could date two people, I would. The only issue I'd have with it is I don't have the focus to have two people, which I think would honestly be better if I could date two people, because then they can entertain each other while I'm just zoned out on the lounge.
No. But also,
I'd date two
you're
people if I could date
bi. You're bi. You could get everything you ever wanted.
All good. All I gotta do is spread me legs.
No, not
Now I really hope my grandmother doesn't watch.
When we were coming home from the park that we went to yesterday, Toboggan Park, we were like Mars and I were sitting in the back seat, and like you've been in there, you know, it's like really small space. My back was killing me. So I put one of my legs up on Mars's lap, leaned against the wall, and just said, I hope you're okay with this. And they've crossed their arms on top of my leg and gone, no, I'm a leg rest, you're an arm rest, I'm happy. And I was like, cool. And then Cooper has looked over the seat to look at us, and he's just like, what are you doing? And then he started going on a spiel about how gays will eventually ruin the world because there won't be enough babies. Which
sounds like something.
Hey, it would fix so many problems with this world.
It would.
If everyone was gay and nobody could have children, it would fix so many problems.
I know. But also this is coming from a 10-year-old that barely knows what gay is. So, I just found...
And has a really shitty father.
I've got another story here.
I found a Wattpad one.
All right, well, I'm going to read mine first before we have to get cancelled. Social justice warrior calls me homophobic. Back in high school, I was dating another guy. So one day in class, I sent him a gay meme. A girl in my class saw it and started yelling at me, calling me homophobic, and how I should be ashamed of myself.
I love when people get called homophobic, but they're just sitting there like, I'm the gay one.
Then later that same day, I see her talking with my boyfriend about me being anti-progressive. So I walk up, she starts yelling at me, expects my boyfriend to jump in. He stands up and kisses me.
Yeah.
This is Heartstopper shit right here.
Yeah.
That
would be my reaction. If somebody's like, you're homophobic, I just find the closest girl.
Imogen in the first season, and then Nick and Charlie.
Yeah.
It's the vibes it's given.
Yeah.
Yep. She stopped shouting and just stared at us. My boyfriend explains to
This
her
is
that
my
boyfriend. He likes gay memes and finds them funny. Then the shitstorm starts. She yells at us both that we are homophobic and storms off. The next day, the word had gotten around that she called a gay couple homophobic. Nobody wants to talk to her anymore.
Obviously.
She later left because of the backlash from the students on social media.
I'm sorry, but if you go through the effort of saying that somebody is homophobic because they enjoy memes, I don't want to say anybody deserves to be like outcasted, but
you do.
You deserve to be outcasted if you're going to sit there and be like, I know you're gay, but like, gay memes are so homophobic.
Ow.
Are you moving closer to the baby?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
I need a piss.
Then go piss.
Don't piss on the lounge.
I'm not going to piss on the lounge. I'm going to go and piss in...
Okay. Ugh. I've got her heat mat here as well if she gets cold. Just tell me.
Oh, shit.
I'm the heat mat.
Sorry. I'm trying to...
Climb over the lounge. You're
Baby
not getting through me.
In a microphone.
Okay, Rihanna, say hi.
That was me for the viewers for the listeners on Spotify.
Okay, here's my one.
My face.
One time at school, let me remind you, I go to an all-girls Catholic high school. So they all wear short-ass skirts. One time, this girl I liked tripped up the stairs and her skirt flew up. And my friend was like, Tiffany, go help her. And I was paralyzed staring at her ass. And then my friend was like, fucking shit, Tiffany, you useless lesbian. And she literally hit me with a Bible. And I have no regrets. Somebody responded to it going, Tiffany, you useless lesbian. That is what I expect you guys to be like with me half the time.
I was watching Vines the other day, like yesterday. And do you remember that?
So old.
Patricia! I'd realised I'd never actually heard the end of that Vine until yesterday. And I was on Vine when it first sort of came out.
No, Maria, you're gonna get kidnapped!
But it was the, like, where she spins the thing and then she drops it and the guy yells, Patricia! I'd never heard the end of it until yesterday. Where it's like, do better, sweetie, or something like that, like really sweet. I'd never heard it because I always laugh over it. And then I'd realised yesterday that there is an end to it. I was like, what the fuck? What is this parallel universe we're living in? Like, what the fuck, bro? I've got more stories for you on him as well.
Overheard two guys at school today.
Never mind, you got it.
Guy one walks up to his friends. Guy 2, get out of here, Ginger. Guy 3, yeah. Guy 1, aww. Guy 3, no, just kidding. I love you, man. Homo. Guy 1, do you mean no homo? Guy 3, I mean full homo. Guy 1, for real? Guy 3, yeah, man. Go to the winter ball with me. Guy 1, oh, yeah. Guy 3, perfect. I'm thinking blue ties.
That sounds like something our friend group would
That
do.
sounds totally like something our friend group would do. Like, I love the fact that it just went from, ooh, Ginger, to, hey.
This one
hold
here
hands?
also reminds me a lot of Heartstopper with Nick and Charlie, but this is like you'll understand. For context, we are technically a gay couple. I'm gay, they're pan.
Technically, we got in on a technicality.
I'm gay, they're pan. So it's not too bad. I, male 15, have been dating my partner, non-binary / male 16, for almost 2 months now.
Funky.
And I've come up with a couple cute nicknames for him. Puppy is my favorite because I love puppies and dogs, and I always say he's cute as one. I've also been calling him different Spanish words. Our relationship started because I referred to him jokingly as my husband, or mi esposo in Spanish.
Esposo.
I don't speak any other
Mi
language.
esposo.
Anyway, he's fluent in Spanish and Hispanic, so I felt that he appreciated some Spanish nicknames. I am not fluent in Spanish
Bluish.
at all. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty white. I figured out calling them Maris.
I can hear you breathing into the microphone.
I'm going to have to edit.
I couldn't tell if it was me or you, so I stopped breathing and I could still hear it.
because it's so close to my face. Because I'm trying not to talk too loud to scare Renna.
She's looking at me with the most tired eyes. She's just like, Mom, let me sleep, please.
I figured calling them Marisposo was a cute nickname because Marisposa is the word for butterfly, so Marisposo must be the masculine version of that, right? Well, they liked it, so I kept using it. Figuring I was correct in my assumption. Well, recently I looked up the meaning of Marisposo. I cannot speak Spanish.
Marisposo.
As someone told me that Marisposa wasn't gendered like other Spanish words. Marisposa means homosexual. I've been saying, you're my cute homosexual, or look at that, my homosexual. He never told me.
Sounds about right.
They've been silently laughing this whole time, wondering when I'd catch on. I have permission to keep calling them that, so I just might. Why? It's effing hilarious.
It so is.
That was one of my favourite stories out of all of them.
I love when there's a language barrier between couples. Like, for example,
Nick and Charlie.
For example, in the book that I'm writing at the moment, one is French and one is English. It is
Nerd.
It is so funny because I will search things up in French and add them in, and know that anybody who reads that book that doesn't speak French will be sitting there like, I don't know what she said, but it sounded sexy.
Is there anywhere on social media or anything that you want these guys to have a look at your book or any book writing content?
So I have some of it up on, like, I have highlights that I'm putting up on my TikTok very soon.
Yep.
And I have pictures of my main characters. I am going to be posting a sort of mini showcase of one of the chapters on my Instagram very soon. Yep. So if you guys want to go to my Instagram and have a look, feel free to.
I will tag their socials in the descriptions of everything. I don't know if you guys can actually view the Spotify descriptions, but I've been putting it all in there. So I fucking hope you can.
Yeah.
And it's all on Instagram tagged in there as well, and I'll tag you TikTok.
Also, if you guys ever have questions about it, like if you've found little things, I'm always happy to answer questions. Like, the autism that comes from deep within my body whenever somebody asks about my novel is unnecessarily
Maybe we
big.
should have an episode of the podcast just for you to explain your novel.
I would love that.
All right.
I would love that.
Maybe later this week then.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know if I think I'm doing... Oh, no, I'm going to the city on Thursday. So, to be fair, Dad doesn't know this yet. But
I'm getting my industrial on Friday.
Yeah, well, Dad's driving into the city on Thursday and he's stealing a bunch... Oh, not steal. He's taking a bunch of monitors from the company that's shutting down and I need
Borrowing.
a monitor for... No, taking.
No. He's allowed to take them.
He's got permission. He's IT.
Yeah, he's taken them and then he's going to get money.
He's hidden them all. But I'm going to steal one of him and then use it for streaming. Which, to be fair, I've already asked him for this, but he said I have to carry it myself. So,
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
And I can't do that if I'm not there. So.
Damn.
Okay. I went to visit my grandma at the nursing home, and the lady literally doesn't know poop from applesauce, but she must have remembered me bringing someone to Christmas because she's like, so how's Caleb, aka my girlfriend Kayla? And my mum was like, she's dating a girl and her name is Kayla, Mom. Without missing a beat, my grandma was like, oh, how lovely. I was a lesbian once, you know.
I've heard this one.
That's the end.
Oh, okay. Maybe I haven't. There was more to the one that I heard.
That's funny considering that yesterday I was talking to Mars and I was just like, I'm pretty sure my granny was a lesbian.
Just a little bit.
Dude, I
Because,
feel like everybody's got a little bit of lesbian in them.
yeah, I understand that. But like, okay, if you don't know,
That could just be the bisexual in me talking, though.
here is a preview of my great-grandmother, my granny. Had an obsession with mushrooms and all things swamp-esque. Had an obsession with frogs. Like, she had them everywhere in her house. She saw them as a good omen. That is gay.
What is? Me?
No. Loving frogs.
Oh, okay, I thought you were saying because I was doing this. And it
No.
looks like
Okay,
I'm stroking
you're
my
pet-
own
you're
Just
tit.
because my lizard is a
petting
lesbian
Brenna.
doesn't mean that you petting her
You're
makes you
petting
gay.
Brenna? That is
Well, I more
so
thought you were meaning because I was
homosexual.
like stroking my own tit, and that's what it kind of looks like in the camera.
She constantly loved to compliment other women and made a point of whenever a man was
Sorry,
rude to somebody,
I-
just sitting there being like, actually, I think she's gorgeous.
See my own reflection in the little dot thing here, and I look like a beady-eyed alien. Hold on, oh no, my phone's being used. I was going to take a photo of it.
And she hated men. Like, that's obviously not thing. Like, that doesn't make you a lesbian. And it wasn't that she hated them. It was just that she found them that annoying to be around. What do you...
It's picking it
I
up.
can just hear you breathing. For context, if you're not watching the video, he's...
No, don't tell them. They should be watching the video. They need to watch the video to find out what I'm stroking. I turned off the wrong person.
Stroking his penis.
You need to watch the video to find out what I was stroking.
It's a nice long penis.
Oh my god. Like...
I've got another story for
When she met my father, she actually went to my mum and was just like, you could do so much better with that one person from years ago that you introduced me to. No, that was all she said. That one person from years ago that you introduced me to. And my mum's just like, who, Granny? And she's like, you know who.
You know.
No,
You
I
know
know. Oh my
who.
god, that's the same
Just
as
not
Blondie.
this one.
That's the same as Blondie, like trying to make us think that we know their name.
She was just like, you know who? And mum's sitting there like, the amount of people I've introduced you to, woman, I don't know who.
All right, after this story that I'm going to read out, we're all going to scream, and then I'm just going to stop the recording and play the outro sound. We ready?
Okay.
You're telling them to?
Yeah.
People
time-
watching the video, scream.
That's going to be an
Scream at
awesome
your- scream at your
Instagram
device.
reel too.
Yeah.
Scream at your device, please.
The time my friend told me he was gay. So I
Oh.
went round his house for I went round his house. We were both around 14 to 15 at the time. I got on the phone to order some pizza and placed my order. At this point, my friend looked up and had a scared look on his face. I asked, dude, what do you want? Nothing was said. Dude. Then he blurted out, I'm gay. I stare at him and say, that doesn't answer my question.
So do you want meat lovers?
He responded with meat feast with extra sausage.
Exactly.
All right, you ready? Goodbye!